Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Kim, and welcome to my review for Frozen. This was directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee, and it stars Kristen Bell, I almost called her Christina Bell, Idina Menzel, and Josh Gad, and this was released all the way in 2013. This movie is 6 years old. Wow, I am old. This is based on the short story The Snow Queen, written by Hans Christian Andersen, and it tells the story of two sisters named Anna and Elsa, played by Kristen Bell and Idina Menzel, respectively. Elsa is set to become queen of her kingdom, but accidentally curses her land with infinite winter, and she runs off into the mountains, never to be seen from again. But her sister Anna, a mountain man named Kristoff, his reindeer Sven, and a pissant little snowman named Olaf try and go get her back to break the curse. Over the past week, I've been playing around with my Disney Plus subscription, and I've been watching The Mandalorian, The World According to Jeff Goldblum, and High School Musical, the musical, the series, which are all great in their own ways. However, when I got Disney Plus, it gave me a half-decent excuse to watch Frozen again, because I haven't seen Frozen since I watched it in the theaters all the way in 2013. I know because I went with my dad and my cousin, and she sees precisely 3 movies every year. But in the aftermath of Frozen being released, it was like Frozen mania was running wild. Little girls between the ages of 5 and 7 were dressing up as Elsa everywhere you looked. There was literally every kind of Frozen merchandise that you could find. And the songs were being played every hour on the hour for 6 months, and it made me want to ram my head into the nearest hard surface. I do recognize in hindsight that I was clearly not the demographic for Frozen, and that it was clearly meant for children and specifically little girls. I do understand this, and so my anger as a teen, it seems kind of stupid nowadays, but I was a dumb teenager. What do you want from me? But now that some significant time has passed, I finally bit the bullet and I rewatched Frozen. And I can safely say that I did not anticipate how much I would like this movie upon rewatch. I forgot how much I liked this movie when it first premiered, because this movie is pretty damn good. By far and away, the two biggest strengths of this movie are the animation and the songs. Let's talk about the animation first, because my god, it is drop-dead gorgeous. Everything just has such a texture to it. It feels tactile and lived in. I never once was like, oh, that was clearly made in a computer. I mean, I figured that out in my head, but it was so realistic looking that the thought of it being made in a computer just completely left my mind. I think the best bits of animation have to be when Elsa is in her ice castle. Like, that thing looks outstanding. Like, especially inside, where the ice sometimes changes colors to fit her mood. Like, that was just beautiful. And then you have the songs, which, despite the fact that they were played on loop from winter of 2013 to the summer of 2014, with pretty much little to no stopping it to the point of annoyance, the songs are really good. For the First Time in Forever, Love is an Open Door, there's not a single bad song in this. And yes, even Let It Go was really good. It's the best song in the whole movie. I don't care if I ever listen to it again because, again, 6-month period of it being played non-stop on the radio, but the song was really good. You could pretty much sum up Elsa's entire character arc in that song, which, for a musical, being that the songs need to tell the story, that did the job perfectly. But despite the fact that the positives of this movie are really strong, there are some negatives, at least for me. Firstly, we gotta talk about the snowman in the room. We gotta talk about Olaf. I hate this thing. With all context in mind of the whole, it's clearly not meant for someone like me, it's clearly meant to appeal for kids, I hate this little thing. Now, I don't hate the voice behind the snowman, Josh Gad. He is legitimately very talented, and he quite frankly deserves to work for another 30 years. But the whole concept of the snowman is to just just be there and just be cute. And it drove me nuts. It drove me nuts. If I had to have one positive thing to say about Olaf, is that he was at least useful. Like, in the scene where the betrayal of Hans happens, Olaf comes in, drags Anna to the fire, and actually starts a fire, warming her up. So, at least it's not like other Disney side characters, I'm looking at you, Hey, who are just useless. But all of that aside, Olaf is still just the definition of annoyance. And it doesn't help the fact that he was given his own short attached to the movie Coco in 2017 that was 20 damn minutes long. I still have PTSD from that damn short because I saw Coco at 10 o'clock on a Thursday night because I had just gotten off of work. And I'm sitting there, gone through the 20 minutes of trailers, and then it's like, oh, Olaf's Frozen Adventure comes on, and it lasts 20 minutes. I still have scars from it. Like, it haunts me to this day. From whether I'm just taking a walk down the block or I'm in bed ready to go to sleep, my mind just drifts and it goes to Olaf's Frozen Adventure. And it just makes me sad. It makes me just...
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they...
Did I just do a rant about a snowman? What is my life? In any case, the other negative of the movie is Hans. Not the character himself, I thought he was fine, but it's just... Spoiler alert, but the movie is 6 years old. He turns on Anna and Elsa and wants to assume the throne for himself. But the turn kinda comes out of nowhere. I'm not a scriptwriter, I don't claim to be, but some tease of this may have been beneficial, because for the entire movie they were building up someone else to be the villain, and the entire time I was like, okay, he's definitely not the villain. And then it just comes out of nowhere, and out of nowhere twists are fine. But something to indicate to justify this, and I don't think it really does. However, in terms of the negatives, they are definitely outshined by the positives. They are there, but really, this Frozen is really of good quality. I'm going to give it a great rating. Upon rewatch, I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to Frozen 2. Hopefully, the whole snowman thing is reduced to a minimum. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I'll have my vlog up about my first week with Disney Plus tomorrow. But for now, that's all for me. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.